try frozen honey.
Okay.
Hey! Done.
Okay, can you take it off?
There you go.
So since she doesn't want to try it, I will try it. It just melts in your mouth and turns into honey. But if you like honey, it's good. So it's been a few hours later and we're gonna try these. First one I'm gonna try is just normal honey. Whoa, this is so satisfying. This is the maple syrup and I don't really think it worked that well. It's definitely more liquidy. The maple syrup was like slime, but let's try the Kool-Aid. It's gonna be a similar texture. It tastes really good, but it like instantly melts in your mouth after you squeeze it. And last is just the cornstarch. Whoa, that's cool. Let's try it. The honey is definitely my favorite.
Some of you were asking, what if we mix some Kool-Aid packets with the honey? Honey has its own flavor, so I don't think it'll taste good. This is why I only added food coloring to mine. Honey doesn't fully freeze because it's all sugar, but so is corn syrup. Let's test it. I'm gonna test it on its own first. I don't know if it's gonna work. It's a bit more watery. So I let it freeze for a couple hours, but it's not as hard as the honey. Okay, let's see if it worked. Okay, that proves I'm gonna have to try a bunch of flavors.
Last night, I froze some honey in a small plastic bottle to see what this frozen honey trend is all about. Look how cool this looks. I used some scissors to cut a piece just so the rest of my family can enjoy it. And the verdict is...
So good. All right, so it's finally done and I actually froze it overnight, so it's a little too frozen. You can still see it's like still squishy, but I might have to like defrost it a little. It smells like pickles and I'm actually scared to try it because I did not really like the cotton candy. You can't really see the glitter anymore, but it definitely tastes like pickles. So hard to squish. Let's do another frozen cornstarch, but this time add nerds to it. Last time I did this, it literally had no flavor whatsoever, but I want to see if I can like keep it clear with the nerds in it. Like I feel like that would look so cool. I don't know if it's gonna dye the actual corn syrup, but we're gonna see. So I'm literally just gonna do layers of the corn syrup and the nerds. So far it looks really cool and it's not dyeing it yet. It literally looks so cool. It looks so cool. Okay, so now I'm gonna put it in the freezer. I'm probably gonna let it sit for like 2 to 4 hours and then I'm gonna check on it and just see if it's done. But come back for part 2. Okay, so it's the next day and it is finally done. I let it sit out a little bit just to defrost, but it looks so cool and the colors didn't dye the actual cornstarch, so I'm very excited. I'm actually really scared to try it, but let's go. So the corn syrup tastes a little bit like nerds, not really. It definitely only tastes good when you like bite into a nerd. I definitely wouldn't make this one again, but it does look really pretty. It looks so cool. I'm back and we're gonna try it. Taste test is probably about a 9 out of 10. I'm gonna try this frozen honey thing. Apparently it's supposed to be super satisfying. Let's do it. Okay, it's just frozen honey and you have to squeeze it out. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh! Oh my god. As soon as you take a bite, it starts melting. It's really good. So honey. I'm gonna try blue. Okay, I'm gonna try red. It's corn syrup and Kool-Aid. This is so sour. Too much. I'm back at it again, and this time I'm gonna do peanut butter, jelly, and honey. I'm gonna fill this up like halfway with honey. I'm gonna squeeze some peanut butter into it. I'm gonna fill it with some jelly, and then top it off with the rest of the honey. Swirling it around a little bit, and then I'm gonna pop it in the freezer for like 2 hours. I'll see you guys in part 2. So I let it freeze overnight, and let's try it. It smells really good, but it's just peanut butter, jelly, and honey. It's literally so frozen, I can't squeeze it. So I'm gonna like let it defrost for a little bit. It's so hard to squeeze, I think because the peanut butter is frozen, but let's try it. Wait, it's so hard to squeeze. But this has to be the best one yet. It tastes so good. So good. It tastes just like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, obviously, but I think it's like better because it's not like a mouthful of honey, so you kind of get like all three, but it's pretty good. I would definitely make this again.
Let's make another extremely sour one. Let's add some lemon, some lime, some sour gummy worm powder. Mix it all up. Perfectly orange. Fill up your bottle. Now fill it to the top with clear syrup. Freeze it. 4 hours later. My mouth is already watering. Let's make an extremely sour one. Let's make it sour grape. This time I'm not gonna add any honey. Honey doesn't go well with Kool-Aid. The color's nice and dissolved. Let's add some lemon dust. That's gonna make it extremely sour. Now we add clear syrup. Fill the rest of it with clear syrup. Freeze it. 8 hours later. Let's see how sour it is. Good but sour. Let's make the squirt bottle jelly. We're gonna add a tiny bit of zero squirt. Now we'll add some lemon lime juice. Only add a tiny bit of these liquids or your syrup will freeze solid. I'm using clear syrup, by the way. Now we're gonna use sanding sugar. I'm using silver. Fill up your bottle, throw it in your freezer. 5 hours later.
Let's make frozen honey. Add some honey to a plastic bottle and freeze overnight. Squeeze out of the bottle and take a bite. It's refreshing, chewy, and completely addictive.
have you guys been seeing those frozen honey videos where people like bite it off and it's extremely satisfying? Well, I have, and we're gonna do it today. I have an empty bottle here and I have some honey. We're just gonna pour it in. A lot of people in the comments actually have been asking me to do ASMR videos, so maybe this will be my intro. It is gonna take a lot of honey. This is gonna take the whole bottle of honey. It's almost gone. We are so close. I'm gonna put the cap on, put it in the freezer, and I'll be back after a couple of hours. All right, it's been 2 hours. You can see it's kind of like frozen right here, but let's do this. Hopefully it's frozen enough. I took it out after 2 hours. Let's try. Oh, wow. It's so satisfying. Okay, let's try again.
Frozen Honey Trend. Okay, das erste wird einfach nur Honig sein. Was passiert eigentlich, wenn ich Honig mit Wasser mische? Okay, ich habe jetzt echt ein bisschen Wasser reingemacht. Vielleicht wird es ja dann doch einfrieren. Für das nächste habe ich mir irgend so einen komischen Sirup im Asia-Shop gekauft. Aber probieren wir das Ganze aus. Irgendwie sieht das mega gruselig aus, oder? Da kommen dann diese Sternchen noch rein. Oh mein Gott. So sieht das jetzt aus. Und für das letzte nehme ich nochmal diesen Sirup hier und rote Lebensmittelfarbe. Noch ein bisschen Gelee. Tada! Ab in die Gefriertruhe und abwarten.
I don't like root beer. I'm gonna make a monster bottle jelly. I'm gonna add some warheads, Sour Patch, Bottle Pop, Sour Slime, some Sour Ooze Tube, some gummy bears, finally some. Supposedly soda from Mexico is sweeter. It should be perfect for a jelly bottle. I'm gonna add some Haribo Happy Cola. Maybe these will help out with the gummy texture. It looks a bit watery, but let's test it. I'm gonna add some silver sugar sprinkles. Place it inside a bottle. Now we freeze it. I think it might have caramelized because it looks brown now. It's literally syrup made from soda.
Trying the frozen honey trend. I've been looking for the recipe for so long, but for some reason I couldn't find it. Turns out it's just frozen honey, like you just freeze honey. That's why no one showed a recipe. I bought this water bottle because I didn't have a plastic bottle at home, a small one. I only have the big ones and I didn't want to waste that much honey, so I'm going to drink this first. Well, that was awkward. Now I'm gonna put the honey in here. Should I fill up the whole bottle? I don't know. Okay, now I'm gonna put it in the freezer upside down for 4 to 8 hours. Come back tonight to see the results. Good morning. I just woke up, haven't even brushed my teeth yet. But here are the results of the honey trend. Ew. This is to everyone that said I had to add corn syrup or whatever. It works with just honey. Whoa! Look at that. Tastes like honey. It's good though. It's like not even 8 a.m. But I'm scared of you guys. It's very sweet. I don't think I can eat a lot more of this. I'm gonna make my boyfriend try. Try this weekend. Oh, you have to bite it. It worked.
Oh, too sweet for me.
So I've been seeing this frozen honey trend literally all over my For You page, and of course I want to do it. I'm incredibly curious, although I just can't see it being that incredible, but screw it, I'm still going to do it. I'm not sure if there's like any specific honey that you're supposed to use, but this is just clear honey. So I'm hoping that that is going to be all right. And then you have to use a small water bottle. So this is a pretty dinky water bottle. So I'm just going to pop it in here. I'm guessing you just fill it up to the top and then you freeze it. I just can't imagine. It's coming out really, really slow. Well, this is going to be a very boring video. I just can't imagine this tasting good frozen. Like, apparently it comes out like a jelly. I don't know. I just can't imagine it tasting stunning, but we'll see. So this is where I'm currently at. Oh my God. I'm literally using all of my strength to squeeze this shit out. Bloody hell. I don't actually, does it need to be full to the brim? Screw it. We're almost there. Bloody hell. Right, that'll do. I'm hoping. And then I think you just screw it back on, put it upside down and put it in your freezer. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna leave it in there overnight and come back tomorrow and try it. So come back tomorrow to see if it's good.